morning, students. Today I want to teach a new lesson, that is respiration. What is that? Respiration. It is the energy producing system. The respiration is the energy producing system. Okay. On this world, every living being, they need food for survival, for their survival. Is it right? In the lesson nutrition, already we know about the food is converted as nutrients. The food is converted as nutrients. The food is converted as nutrients. Okay. These nutrients are entered into body. These nutrients are entered into body cells. These all the nutrients are when entered into the body cells. In the cells, these all the nutrients are break down and releasing energy with the help of oxygen. With the help of oxygen. These all the nutrients are entered into body cells. In the cells, there is a oxygen and nutrients. So look at the students. The food is converted as a nutrients. These nutrients are entered into the body cells. So, when these nutrients are entered into the cells, these nutrients are break down with the help of oxygen and releasing energy. See, up to here, the food is connected as nutrients, that is called nutrition. But here, the releasing energy, this is called respiration. There is a great relationship between nutrition topic and respiration. Is it right? In the nutrition lesson, the food is converted as nutrients. That nutrients are entered into the body cells. In the cells, the nutrients are break down with the help of oxygen. This is known as respiration. This is known as respiration. Okay.
So, what is respiration? What is respiration? What is respiration? Respiration means, actually, the word respiration comes from a Latin word that is called respire. What is that? Respire. What is the meaning of respire? Respire means to breathe. To breathe. To breathe. To breathe means whole chain process from the inhalation of air to the use of oxygen in the cells. Oxygen in the cells. That is called breathe. That is called to breathe. Again I am telling you. The word respiration comes from a Latin word that is called respire. What is that? Respire. Respire means to breathe. To breathe. Whole chain process for the inhalation of air to the use of oxygen in the cells. Already beginning I told you, no? That is called to breathe. Okay. Next.
Now, discovery of gases and respiration. Discovery of gases and respiration. Until 14th century, it means up to the 13th century, they were not knowing about the word respiration. They don't know about respiration. Up to 13th century, they are using the term breathing. What is that? Breathing. What is the breathing? Breath means the air enter into the lungs. From the lungs, the air releasing out into the atmosphere. That is called breathing. But when the 14th century, the word respiration and came and exist in that word. The word respiration, when it is came into exist in the world in the 14th century. They were during the time they are not think that this is a life process. Only they know about respiration is when the air is entered into the body is releasing heat energy. In the 14th century, only the respiration word came into existence on this world. So, according to them, when the air entered into the lung, the body releasing heat energy. Before that, means in the up to 13th century, people they don't know about the word respiration. They are using a breath. Breath means the oxygen is entered into the body, and from the body the air is releasing into the atmosphere. In, out. That only they know up to the 13th century. But in the 14th century, the word respiration came into force. According to them, but in the 14th century also they don't know about it is a life process. But they knew something. What is that? When the oxygen is entered into the air is entered into the lungs, the body is releasing heat energy. Is it right? So, up to the 18th century, the people they don't know about the accurate definition of respiration. But when 18th century, there were two scientists. They are Joseph Priestley and Lavoisier. And Joseph Priestley. They did some of the properties of gases. So, according to that, actually, both scientists, Lavoisier and Priestley, they did some of the experiments regarding respiration. So, according to them, in our textbook, they given some of the properties of gases. So, what are the experiments they did? Actually, the Priestley's experiments already we saw in the first chapter. But here, in the respiration topic, we will see some of the experiments that will done by the Lavoisier. What is that? Who is that person? Lavoisier. So, Lavoisier, he did some of the experiments regarding properties of respiration. So, the Lavoisier take a bell jar. In the bell jar, he burned a charcoal powder. A bell jar, charcoal powder, these two operators in the water vessel. They kept in the water vessel. Then he started to burn the charcoal powder. When the charcoal powder burning, there is a gas is releasing. It is releasing in the bell jar. That gas named, he fixed that is called fixed air. During that time, they don't know about the what is the carbon dioxide. They don't know about the carbon dioxide. But when he burned the charcoal powder, something is releasing in the bell jar. That gas he named as fixed air. But even though they don't know about that is CO2 in those time. Is it right? So, he take one more bell jar, and instead of charcoal powder here, he took phosphorus. What is that? Phosphorus. The same operators he fixed in the previous experiment as a previous experiment. Take a bell jar. In the bell jar, he took phosphorus. This total operators he kept in the water vessel. Is it right? Then he burned the phosphorus. When the phosphorus burning, something gas is come and add with this phosphorus for burning. A gas is coming and adding with this phosphorus for burning. That is not from the water vapor or water. That is not from the water vapor or water. It is from the atmosphere. It is from the atmospheric gas, atmosphere or the air component. Atmosphere or it is the component from the air which is come and add with the phosphorus for burning. Do you know what is that? Do you know what is that? That is called oxygen. But they don't know about oxygen. During that time, that is called as a, actually something is added to the phosphorus. That gas is also having a elastic in nature. Elastic in nature. Stated that the air which we breathe out, the live waters turn into the milky white. That is called fixed air. What is that? The air which we breathe out, that air, the live waters turn into the milky white. That is called fixed air. And the air which we breathe or it is useful for burn is also called respirable air. The fixed air is different from the respirable air. The fixed air different from the respirable air. Okay? Okay, one more property he explained of the air. One more property he explained about the air. What is that? Vitiated air. What is that? Vitiated air. So vitiated air, that is in the 1/6 percentage of the air. Vitiated air. What is vitiated air? The gas which is helping for burning or respirable air. Listen carefully. What is vitiated air? Vitiated air which is in the 1/6 percentage in the normal air. Okay now. So the gas which is helping for burning or respirable air, the gas which is helping for burning or respirable air was removed. That is called vitiated air. Did you understand what I am telling? The gas which is helping for burning or respirable air was removed. That is called respirable vitiated air. So it means in the vitiated air, what gas is there? That is called chalky acid gas. In the vitiated air, what is that? Chalky acid gas. If the vitiated air is turned into the normal air, if the vitiated air is turned into the normal air, how it is possible? It is not simply added the respirable air to the vitiated air to normal air, and also we have to remove the chalky acid gas. We have to remove the chalky acid gas. Okay. Again I am telling, vitiated air, it is in the 1/6 percentage of the air. Okay. So the gas which is helping for burning or respirable air was removed. So in that vitiated air, what gas is there? That is called chalky acid gas. chalky acid gas. If the vitiated air is turned into the normal gas, is not simply added the respirable air, and also we have to remove the chalky acid gas, then only this vitiated air is turned into the normal air. After doing this all the experiment, Lavoisier concluded that in the process of respiration there is two steps. In the process of respiration, it means the respiration process contain two steps. But he knew only one step. He knew only one step. So soon after the Lavoisier, in the midst of the 19th century, a great chemist, that is John Draper, he gave a statement about respiration. So according to him, what are the materials burning in the process of respiration? Water and oxygen burning. Then the releasing materials are the water, carbon dioxide and sulfur, potassium. In the process of respiration, this water and oxygen burning, the releasing materials are the water, carbon dioxide, sulfur and potassium. He explained that. Okay. So at the end of the 19th century, what is that? At the end of the 19th century, what are the materials are required for respiration? At the end of the 19th century, the scientists came to know what are the materials are to required for doing the process of respiration. But they don't know what are the steps involved in the process of respiration. Did you understand what I am telling? At the end of the 19th century, they came to know what are the materials are participated in the process of respiration. They knew, but they don't know what are the steps involved in the process of respiration. Okay. They knew the heat energy is releasing in the process of respiration. They knew the heat energy is releasing in the process of respiration, but they don't know what are the steps are involved in the process of respiration. Okay. Now the events or steps in the process of respiration. The events or steps which is involved in the process of respiration. What are they? So for our better understanding, the steps or events are divided into 5 stages. The steps or events, for our better understanding, for total process of respiration is divided into 5 stages or 5 steps or 5 events. What are they? In that, the first one, breathing. What is that? Breathing. The second one, gases exchange at lungs level. Gases exchanges at lungs level. The third one, gases transport by blood. Gases transport by blood. The fourth one, the gases exchanges at tissue level. What is that? Tissue level. The final fifth one, cellular respiration. What is that? Cellular respiration. These are the 5 steps or events in the process of respiration. So now we will see one by one. The first one is breathing. What is that? Breathing. What is breathing? When we are taking oxygen or when we are taking air into the lungs, in that air there is a oxygen. The oxygen is entered into the lungs. What is that? The O2 is entered into the lungs and the CO2 is releasing it to the atmosphere. It means in out. The oxygen is entered into the lungs. From the lungs, the carbon dioxide is releasing into the atmosphere. Is called breathing. What is that? Breathing. Now, second one, gases exchanges at lungs level. Gases exchanges at lungs level. When we are taking oxygen into the lungs, when we are taking when the oxygen is entered into the lungs, inside the lungs there are numerous chamber-like or sac-like structures are there. Inside the lungs there are numerous chamber-like or sac-like structures are there. They are called alveoli. What is that? They are called alveoli. Alveoli. This is the structural and functional unit of the lung. The lung's structural and functional unit is alveoli. Likewise, our body, structural and functional unit of our body, what is that? Cell. So, the structural and functional unit of lung, alveoli. So, when the oxygen is entered into the lungs, it reaches to the alveoli. There the gases exchange takes place. The gases exchange takes place. For example, this is alveoli. This is alveoli. So here, this is body cell. From the body cell, the carbon dioxide enter into the lungs. Lungs means inside the lungs there are numerous chambers. They are called alveoli. From the body cell, the carbon dioxide is enter into the alveoli. Likewise, from atmosphere, from outside of our body, the oxygen is entered into the lungs. Lungs means it is reaches to the alveoli. This is. So, here this oxygen is entered into the body cells. This carbon dioxide is going away from the body. The oxygen is entered into the blood, or the oxygen is entered into the body cells. The carbon dioxide is going away from our body. Here, in the part of the alveoli only, the gases exchange takes place. Okay, now, right. The third one, gas transport by blood. Gas transport by blood. Already I told you, so this is alveoli. Actually, from the lungs, the oxygenated blood is from the lungs. The oxygenated blood is entered into the body cells. Body cells. This is called body cells. So, how this oxygen is entered into the body cells from the lungs? How? From the lungs to the blood carries the oxygen into the body cells. From the lungs, the oxygen is sent into the body cells by the blood, through the blood vessels. These blood vessels, fine structures are called as capillaries. These blood vessels, fine structures are called as capillaries. It means, so for example, this is a blood vessel. This blood vessel finally it turns as a small, a fine thread-like structures. They are called capillaries. They are called capillaries. So these capillaries send into the oxygen of our body cells. Okay now, right? See how the gas is transported into the cells or from the cells to lungs, from the body cells to lungs. How it is transport? Through the blood capillaries. What is that? Blood capillaries. The blood capillaries only the oxygen is sent into the body cells. From the body cells, the carbon dioxide is taken away from body to lungs. Is it right? Like that, the transportation takes place inside our body. Okay now. So next, fourth one, the gases exchange at tissue level. Already we saw now, the gases exchange at lungs level. In the same manner, the gases exchange at tissue level also. Actually, when the oxygen is entered into your lungs, the oxygen is not stayed in the lungs. From the lungs, it reaches to the each and every part of our body cells. It should reach to the each and every part of our body cells. It means when the oxygen is entered into the lungs, from the lungs it is sent into the body cells by the blood capillaries. So when this oxygen is entered into the body cells by the blood capillaries, okay, so inside the cells, actually this is body cells. So now the oxygen is entered into the body cells. The oxygen is entered into the body cells. Actually, when oxygen is entered into the body cells, inside the cells there was a carbon dioxide. There is a carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide is sent out from body cell to lungs. It means the oxygen is entered into the cell. From the cell, the carbon dioxide is sent out into the lungs. Here also, the gases exchange takes place. Oxygen entered, carbon dioxide sent out from the body cell to lungs. Is it right? So, this is called the gases exchange at tissue level. The gases exchange at tissue level. Did you understand? Right. The fourth one, cellular respiration. What is that? Cellular respiration. What is cellular respiration? When the oxygen is entered into the cells. Actually, this is a cell now. This is a cell. When the oxygen is entered into the cell. Now, the cell is having oxygen. Okay, na? When we are eating food, that food is digested in the digestive system. Finally, that food is converted as a nutrients. Is it right? That nutrients also is sent into the each and every part of our cell through the blood. It means the blood send these nutrients into the each and every part of our body cells. It means this cell is also having nutrients. Okay, actually these nutrients for these nutrients inside the cell, for these nutrients, when the oxygen is available for these nutrients inside the cell, oxygen is available, these nutrients will be breakdown. These nutrients will be breakdown with the help of oxygen. Then when the nutrients are breakdown with the help of oxygen, energy is released. What is that? energy. Energy is released. Not only that, carbon dioxide also released. Not only that, water also liberated. Water also liberated. So when the nutrients are break down with the help of oxygen, during that time the energy, carbon dioxide, water is released into the cell. This process is called respiration. So these are all the process. It means the nutrients break down with the help of oxygen, then the energy is released, carbon dioxide also released, water also released. So these are all the process is called, what is that? Respiration. So these all the process is occurs inside the cell. So that's the reason this respiration is called cellular respiration. What is that? Cellular respiration. So in the cellular respiration, when the respiration takes place inside the cell only, we are getting energy. Until unless we will not get any energy. So actually the nutrients, when it is the oxygen is available to the nutrients break down. This breakdown process is also called as oxidization. What is that? Oxidization. It means when the oxidization process takes place inside the cell, then only the energy is released. Meanwhile, carbon dioxide, water also liberated. This total process will take place inside the cell. So that's the reason this respiration is called cellular respiration. The energy releasing is called respiration. This total process takes place inside the cell. This is called cellular respiration. Okay, student. Up to now, I am discussing about the events or steps in the respiration process. For our better understanding, the steps or events are divided into 5 stages. In that, the first one is called breathing. The second one is called the gases exchange at lungs level. The third one, the transportation of gases. The fourth one, the gases exchange at tissue level. And fifth one, cellular respiration. This is about events or steps in the process of respiration. Thank you.